that's considered the marketing savior for the sport.
So many people were also painting her out to be the problem. She could never do enough. She could never speak out. And
WNBA players are unhappy with Caitlin Clark's new offer from Europe. Some players believe they are entitled to higher-paying contracts due to their lengthier tenure in the league.
It's physical. Caitlin is helping to grow the league. These women understand that, but she cannot be babied as a rookie. That's all I'm...
Caitlin's decision to leave the NBA may result in her becoming the highest-paid player in the world, a position she truly deserves. She may also be able to compete in a league where she is respected against players that do not wish her harm.
Reality. It wasn't what it is. The quality of basketball may have been up to snuff, and you had somebody as popular as Cheryl Swoops who had her own signature shoe, had to deal with Nike and all of this other stuff. But the bottom line is, very few people gave a damn.
Why would Caitlin want to stay in a league where her own teammates are turning against her? Nalissa Smith and DJ Carrington were seen laughing about the viral eye poke.
Ow! Oh, I'm sorry. You poked me in the eye. You're 8-year-old. You did. I did not poke you. Did you do it on purpose? I did not poke you in your eye. Did you do it on purpose?
Caitlin has a teammate. DJ Carrington questioned Caitlin's actions, while her teammates have been posting highlights of Smith's season. Caitlin has a strong reason to leave the league, as her opponents and teammates are mocking her. She should accept the EuroLeague offer and leave the WNBA begging for her return.
Wonder if Caitlin, in every post-game press conference, she came out and talked about the kind of hateful comments that she was getting. If she came out and told everybody the reason why she has personal security that goes with her every single place, it's a lot. And so it's not just Caitlin Clark fans or Indiana Fever fans. It is not all going in one direction.
Caitlin Clark's contract with a European team highlights the disparity in opportunities for WNBA players compared to those who can command attention abroad. The move has sparked strong emotions within the league. Caitlin, a newcomer to professional basketball, has gained international recognition, surpassing players who have been in the league for years. Wilson, a prominent figure in women's basketball, has not had as many offers as Caitlin has.
Just saying it wasn't to the degree of Caitlin Clark being on that basketball court and people watching her, but nevertheless, rising tide lifts all.
For A'ja Wilson, Caitlin's transfer to Europe is frustrating not only because of her contract, but also for the message it sends to the rest of the WNBA. A'ja believes that being the league's MVP should come with more than just a title. However, Caitlin Clark, who hasn't played as long or accomplished as much, is receiving offers that someone of A'ja's caliber should receive.
There were a lot of people that laid the groundwork that deserve shine as well. Here's what we're going to do.
Are they playing now?
Here's what we're going to do.
Are they playing now?
We don't have Andrea.
Remember, you got
we don't have any of the women, Chanae. They'll come back on. We'll revisit this conversation.
A'ja's frustration stems from the fact that skill and accomplishment do not always lead to financial reward in the WNBA. While Caitlin's college games were packed with fans, A'ja, despite being the MVP, did not receive the same level of attention.
Reason 12 million people are watching ESPN for a game. If that game was on CBS, they probably would have had 25, 30 million people watching that game.
DJ Carrington has a history of enmity towards Caitlin Clark, which culminated in the infamous pook incident that resulted in Caitlin's black eye. Carrington did not apologize for her behavior. Carrington chose to mock Caitlin, intensifying their tension. Carrington's public disrespect towards Caitlin is not a one-time incident, but rather a long-standing resentment. Carrington's resentment stems from the fact that Caitlin has become the face of women's basketball, while Carrington has not achieved the same level of fame or success. Caitlin's sudden climb to fame feels unfair, as if her hard work is being neglected in favor of someone who hasn't paid their dues.
Producing the most watched WNBA games in over 2 decades. What does that tell you? That tells you that before Caitlin Clark came along, it wasn't nearly as popular. It doesn't mean it wasn't growing in popularity over the last 2 to 3 years. But 3 years ago, WNBA was an afterthought.
Carrington's behavior is problematic as she appears to enjoy Caitlin's misfortunes rather than apologize for the hurt. Carrington mocked Caitlin, implying that she enjoyed seeing her suffer. This conduct extends beyond professional rivalry and is personal. Carrington's anger and disrespect towards Caitlyn is evident, and she has dealt with it throughout her WNBA career. Nalissa Thomas has aligned with DJ Carrington in their hostility towards Caitlyn Clark following the eye poke incident. Nalissa was seen laughing with her girlfriend about Caitlyn's injury, demonstrating a lack of empathy for her fellow player. This behavior is shocking, especially coming from a professional athlete. Caitlyn's injury became a symbol of the antagonism she encounters from players such as Nalissa and Carrington.
Has been impacting the WNBA well before this year. This is not a new thing. Sure. This is, and in that way, I do think Caitlyn's being used as a pawn. Caitlyn didn't bring citizens to the WNBA. This has been.
Caitlyn Clark's frustration extends beyond her interactions with other WNBA players to her own team, the Indiana Fever. In professional sports, a team is supposed to represent a safe and supportive environment where players are united in a common goal of winning games and achieving success together. This requires trust, collaboration, and solidarity, especially during challenging moments. However, Caitlyn's experience with the Indiana Fever has been anything but that. Caitlyn's lack of support from her teammates and coaching staff raises concerns about the team's internal dynamics. She has brought significant attention and value to the WNBA, and this suggests a larger problem. Caitlyn's teammates and staff silence and focus on other players suggests that her personal well-being and contributions to the team are not valued as much as they should be. This lack of support extends beyond a single incident and reflects a larger issue within the team culture for all athletes. Isolation and lack of support from one's team can be emotionally taxing.
All I gotta say is she's lucky this UConn team isn't healthy. And that's a true statement.
That's wrong, Molly.
Monica?
That's wrong, Molly. Molly,
like
it's excuses.
5 top players,
it's
am I
excuses,
right?
Molly. It's excuses.
Major injuries.
You would not be saying that if it wasn't UConn.
Major stars not playing.
Listen, excuse me, it's her against Caitlyn Clark.
Stephen A.
Ain't no excuses.
Stephen
you
A.
got there.
Wait a
no,
minute.
don't want to hear that now.
Stephen A.
Let me tell you, if
Paige
Georgetown
Becker-
get back in the mix, I'm going to be insufferable. I'm just telling you that now.
What?
If Paige Beckerson basically missed 2 seasons, I don't know if we'd be talking about Caitlyn Clark the way we are.
Caitlyn's experience with the WNBA and the Indiana Fever has impacted her confidence and happiness, leading her to question the league's suitability for her career. This incident further strengthens Caitlyn's choice to play in Europe. Not only will she make more money and endure less antagonism from opposing players, but she may also experience a more friendly and polite team environment. Caitlyn's lack of support from the Indiana Fever may be the final push she needs to make the move overseas, as European leagues are recognized for providing great players with resources and support to develop.
All of this noise came by people that were sitting on this network. They tried to minimize her, said, well, you giving her all this credit. What about the women that came before her? What the women came before her, what they did cannot be taken away. That ain't got nothing to do with Caitlyn Clark.
The NBA has struggled to compete with other major sports leagues, and losing someone like Caitlyn, who can attract new fans, could be terrible. Caitlyn's relocation to Europe raises concerns about setting a precedent for other top players to follow suit. The WNBA may struggle to attract spectators if its top players play elsewhere. Caitlyn's exit could be a turning point for the WNBA, potentially reversing years of development.
All I know, when they got eliminated from the playoffs, the attendance dropped, the ratings dropped. If the WNBA is more, it is, and I get it. Why aren't people watching?
Caitlyn Clark's frustration extends beyond her interactions with other WNBA players to her own team, the Indiana Fever. In professional sports, a team is supposed to represent a safe and supportive environment where players are united in a common goal of winning games and achieving success together. This requires trust, collaboration, and solidarity, especially during challenging moments. However, Caitlyn's experience with the Indiana Fever has been anything but that. Caitlyn's lack of support from her teammates and coaching staff raises concerns about the team's internal dynamics. She has brought significant attention and value to the WNBA, and this suggests a larger problem. Caitlyn's teammates and staff silence and focus on other players suggests that her personal well-being and contributions to the team are not valued as much as they should be. This lack of support extends beyond a single incident and reflects a larger issue within the team culture for all athletes. Isolation and lack of support from one's team can be emotionally taxing. DJ Carrington has a history of enmity towards Caitlyn Clark, which culminated in the infamous eye poke incident that resulted in Caitlyn's black eye. Carrington did not apologize for her behavior. Carrington chose to mock Caitlyn, intensifying their tension. Carrington's public disrespect towards Caitlyn is not a one-time incident, but rather a long-standing resentment. Carrington's resentment stems from the fact that Caitlyn has become the face of women's basketball, while Carrington has not achieved the same level of fame or success. Caitlyn's sudden climb to fame feels unfair, as if her hard work is being neglected in favor of someone who hasn't paid their dues.